With this broadcast, I'm going to show you some very up-to-date brand new solar system captures, space, formations, unknown celestial bodies, asteroids, other strange phenomena of interstellar star objects. See, I used a Vixen telescope that produces sharp images of stars, constellations and deep sky objects. Let's take a look, and to all of you in our community, please have a fantastic evening. The Vixen VCM200L will zoom out right across our solar system to the further reaches that can indeed pick up planetary bodies, celestial objects. This is the one to have, folks. An amazing telescope with amazing captures. Okay, first of all on this broadcast I'd like to show you some sky observations pointing directly to the sun towards the sunset. Now we picked up some kind of celestial mechanics of an object to this area, to the left side of where we see the sunlight. Now again, this was taken on the 20th of February 2025. Now I'm just going to pull the video to show you as well, as I was able to pick it up at around about 30 seconds and it all disappeared. Let me just play first the part of the video where we can see the solar flare activity. Also think about this, folks, this picture and capture was taken with a telescope towards space, towards our sun. You can see the celestial body and the solar flare activity covering up the area view sites of another planetoid, an object, a cosmic stalker. Let me just show you this by showing you the actual footage. Something again, as you can see, the solar flare activity. And then all of a sudden, before the second burst of a solar flare, this object starts to appear. What are we noticing? You can see it clearly now to this side, directly in viewpoints of the celestial body. In colour as well, detail, it looks red, like a second sun, a binary sun. Are we seeing Nemesis on the screen here as well? Very important capture. Again, it could be absolutely normal. It could just be something of an apparition in front where we can see the lens pointing towards the sun, causing this strange phenomena. But it did look very, very interesting. So indeed as well, I thought it best to put it onto video so we can see the actual understandings of the object in formation where the telescope is emitting the recording. Look in front of the object as well. You can see the area view sites of where we notice this area of the solar flare activity. I mean, again, in astronomical terms, I do not know how far away this is, but it looks indeed to be very close to the sun, in front of the sun, because when something is towards the backside of the sun, it glows, just like a second sun. But indeed, this object looks darker in view sight. Let me just repeat the evidence as well. Just going back to this area, you can see the clear mechanics of the celestial body and the surroundings. It looks absolutely massive. It doesn't look like a small object like Mercury or Venus. This object looks 7 to 8 times as larger than Jupiter. Again, I just thought it'd be very interesting to show you this. But the implications by showing you this celestial body as well, it could be anything, folks. We could just be seeing, like I just described as well in this video, it could just be a lens flare. We see many lens flares, don't we, on different photographs through different years. But this object blew me away. The size and formation, could this object cause multiple solar flares heading towards us to the Earth, asteroids, space rocks, other phenomena, fireballs towards the Earth? We could indeed be seeing the binary sun, Nemesis the Destroyer, on this broadcast. See, folks, even this second photograph as well, moving away from the sun, we see the characteristics of that large object that we just noticed as well, that looked like it was coming out from the sun. A huge second sun, a binary sun, that indeed in the 1960s We were all taught to believe that our sun was binary, but they changed the rules. They always change the rules in the scientific community. But look at the body as well, this object. There is a huge chunk of rock that fell off the sun, or fell out of the sun. Look at this. Smaller rocks as well, with a tail. But this object, again, is very interesting because the dark object that glows also of the sun in the background of this anomaly formation shows up to be a dark object, meaning it is an object heading towards us. This object is showing to be in front of the sun in our solar system. So again, when we see these photographs using the Vixen telescope, please again folks in our community, send in a message below the video, and please again suggest what we are seeing on the screen here, because hand on heart, this is what's happening. Something has changed in our solar system, affecting our known heavenly bodies. The thing is, I wish I could just try and enhance the photography for you, but again, every time I enhance something that is in space, it will change the enhancement and smudge out, so you're not getting a more detailed picture only by showing the original objects, the original photography that was taken with the telescope. Again, observations of this huge dark body in front of where we see the solar flare activity in the background. Again, look at this astronomical picture. The characteristics and the manner of the formation looks absolutely gigantic, falling from the sun. I mean, again, look at this huge piece of rock or something else. We notice a star. Let me just show you, just by moving the photograph as well, of where we can see the space debris behind this huge giant rock that shows up in space. I mean, folks, it's happening. Something is happening in space. We can see the phenomena of our world, the Earth, of a lot of things going on as well, like sinkholes that are happening here in Great Britain that's just been reported just a couple of days ago. And indeed, asteroids that have been sighted in Lincolnshire just last night. But the scientific community turned around and said it was just a piece of rocket from a craft above the Earth's atmosphere. Well, we can see the formation in detail out there in space towards our sun of a large object of formations falling away from the sun. See, pieces of rock and formations and things like that that you see reported now for 2025. The implications could be from a giant object like this, as smaller bodies and asteroids that have fallen through the sky. See, the thing is as well, when you think about it, that we're all here down on Earth, just minding our own business. I've said this before quite a few times on different broadcasts. And then looking up towards the sun, all we can see is a huge ball of light. But using a telescope and also multiple recordings day and night, and we can see things like this towards the left side of the sun, above the sun, huge chunks of rock, celestial mechanics of some kind of celestial body showing up as well, the space debris and solar flare activity. This is a real picture. They're all real pictures. We're seeing something now, a heavenly body or some kind of dark object that has come off the sun. Let me just show you this as well. This is very, very serious, because in our Nibiru Planet X community, we are all very serious, because all of us have woken up. We all know that something has happened and something has entered our solar system, causing a lot of destruction out there in our solar system. See, thousands of years ago, this could have happened as well. But again, everything was in peace and harmony in our solar system, just swiftly moving around the sun, orbiting, and now something has happened. I mean, look at the picture, it speaks volumes. Noticing that something else. I mean, if this piece of rock that has come out from the sun, what would you think if you saw that hammering through the skies? Think about it. Let me just show you the whole photograph again as well. Just by moving the photograph around, you can see the space bodies and space rocks. See, all this trash that is coming out from the sun will indeed fly by our world, the Earth. again, you've got to think about it as well. The magnetic field and our atmosphere is weakening. You can see it on the diagrams and the information that people give out as well. Very kind people that know their stuff. They know what they're talking about. The scientific community and the Nibiru community showing the phenomena, and now we're seeing the pictures, putting two and two together and noticing the truth. Okay, when you think about it, going back some time now, and we saw the implications of strange objects across the skies in the United States of America and New Jersey, formations and drones, balls of light, fireballs and things like that. We saw many of them as well in different videos because there was multiple witnesses that could see something strange. And indeed as well, when we see these balls of light and also the drones, that it could have been the military that brought them up there as well to confuse the public that something was going on. Did those strange orbs try and bring down for the signs in the skies to bring out a warning of the coming cataclysm of an object heading towards the Earth? Now again, this is another picture that was taken where we can see the fireball, the huge chunk of rock heading towards us. As I explained as well, anything that's dark, of a dark body, just like when we see Mercury in transit, I said this before, it is very worrying because it's now on our side of the solar system, not towards the backside of the sun. Let me just show you as well, where we can see the sunlight towards the top end of the photograph, this area. And then you can see the huge solar flare, like the sun has spat out this object. And then noticeable as well, the huge object. Again, this object would be 15 to 20 times the size of Earth. I mean, if this come crashing down towards us, like they explain about the asteroid, the killer asteroid that will come towards us in 2032. But if this object, this could be the tip of the iceberg, folks, of talking about an asteroid in 2032. But they're not talking about this huge chunk of rock. I mean, this looks like half a planet that has crashed into the sun and being spat out towards the other end and heading towards us. This could likely cause a huge pole shift, folks. Let me just zoom back for you as well to show you. I'll take you back so you can see the whole photograph. Let me just show you this. Something's going on, folks. It needs to be told now. Okay, next you're seeing as well another observation that is towards the edges of our solar system. Now, again, I always check out the known heavenly bodies in our solar system, and this is certainly not a known heavenly body. This is further out from Uranus and Neptune. This object, again, shows up to be very big, but also, again, that is continuing to be millions and millions of kilometers away from the Earth. I mean, again, you can see the characteristics. Now, I used a next star telescope, not the same telescope that I use as well, like you saw on the other pieces of evidence. This is the next star showing up, a huge object. You notice smaller bodies as well to the front of the celestial body. Now, what I did was I slightly enhanced it so you can pick up the characteristics. So when we see these strange square formations and lines, they're not there. So again, just trying to clean the photograph so you can get a real clear view of the object. This happens, but it's there, folks, out there towards the further reaches of our solar system. Let me just zoom in for you to see the characteristics. When you look at it in detail as well, it looks as big as Jupiter from when we observe Jupiter. I mean, you can see the stars in the background. I mean, the whole photograph is phenomenal, that we're picking up something very interesting. Now, they do explain, and I've said this on different video, folks, rogue planets, planets without stars, a host star, just roaming round, lurking through space. Now, I looked up some writings as well and information about rogue planets if one came towards us in our solar system, the Earth. But they explain as well that that will never happen in the next million years. How do they know that, folks? of these rogue planets. They explain as well through the writings that rogue planets just make their own mind up. They just move through space to whatever way they want to go. But they explain as well that this wouldn't happen. How do they know that? Because one could just swiftly move past us, causing a pole shift. This particular capture was taken with the Vixen telescope, zoomed out. Now again, I spoke on the other video about Helion, the strange astronomical object. Now what I've done was as well, I cleaned up this photograph as well of the same object, so you can get a more clear, satisfied picture, noticing the characteristics of the formation and the astronomical glow. Notice again another planet or a star way to the background to the right hand side. It is there, folks, it is out there, and I'm going to continue to observe this formation. It's so important because again, this could be part of the Planet X Nibiru system, the mini solar system that has entered our solar system. The same celestial body using the Next Star telescope. This was taken about a couple of weeks ago, and it was indeed a cloudy night, so I was still able to zoom out there as well, pointing towards the further reaches of our solar system, and you can still see the characteristics of a huge planet formation, stars. Please again, come back to me on different broadcasts. It's so important because with this channel and Skywatchers with Matt Rogers, it's so important to scan the solar system to pick up very interesting studies of objects and unknown celestial bodies. So indeed folks, thank you so much for watching this very short video. I will come back to you. I'm off out tonight to do more observations with the Vixen telescope and the Next Star telescope for you, the community, to observe the heavens. Again, I'll be back tomorrow.